Yes, I'm ready.
Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean. Please welcome my very special co host, Mark, Spirit Whisperer Mark.
Hi, you guys. Happy. Oh, now it's on. Hi. It just now came on, I think. Hi, you guys.
I know it takes a minute. I
Yeah, I know.
think it takes a minute. It's nice to see everybody. Thank you all for joining us. We have a little bit of spring in the background of our StreamYard here or our YouTube here. However, outside it's quite gloomy and rainy. I even have my inside light on because it's so dark in the house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
really dark here too. Like the clouds are black. It hasn't started raining, but it's supposed to any minute. It's been
yep.
raining here like almost every day. I'm over it already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Wiki is here and she says, "Hi, Mark. Hi, Jean." And Sherry Kirk is here, and she said, "Nothing better to do than watch Mark and Jean on a nice rainy day, right?" And Lisa is here. Nice to see you. And Chris Cassidy here is here. And she says, "Cloudy and windy in New Mexico also." Wow. Interesting. I love your icon, Chris Cassidy. Look at that. She's got the Saturn and the moon and the all that, the shooting stars and the
Cool.
comets. Yeah. Starhawk is here. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting what the energy we're bringing in. And Cheryl Holt is here. So nice to see you. Jenny Berlin, Leanne Lauer. Um, uh, all right. I'll save that for you, Leanne. I'll make a I'll star that one for you. You know, every time we okay. The thing jumps sometimes, and
Yeah.
look, everybody saying hello to everybody. Nice to see you. I love the icons. Jessica Lynn is here, and Polly is here. Hi, Polly. Nice to meet you. I am spiritual is here. Look at that. That's very clever. Clever.
I am
I am
spiritual.
very nice. And Anne Swantak is here. And Sherry's like, "I can't think of anything better than watching your show on this chilly, rainy day in West Virginia. You always bring sunshine." Aw. All right. I see now that you that's a little question. I'll star that as well. Ooh, so it's a busy weekend, Mark. It's a good weekend and what do you have coming up?
Uh, Nothing. Well, I'm doing my show today at 4,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
and
Mo-
that's all I think. Well, and then Monday I do my regular animal readings, and that's with Debbie, and it'll be on her channel this week at 2 Eastern on Monday, and then today at 4. Any question if anybody wants to join me today?
I love that you say ask me anything. I love that. That
Right.
is just it's such an invitation for everybody to come in and ask anything. I'm going to have I have a couple of private. Oh, do you have to
Hold on,
go?
somebody's at my door. I'm gonna
Oh,
keep going. No.
all right. I have a couple of private readings later on today, and tomorrow I
I know.
have
I know.
I have Valerie from Illumination Portal coming on, and then on Monday we're doing the Wisdom Circle with the Crone Zone. Um, and then I also have Mark the Spirit Whisperer coming back on Monday evening together with me again. So it's a big lineup. It's a wonderful weekend. And we're gonna extend the weekend from yesterday all the way to Monday. I love doing that. Oh, that's so nice. And Cheryl, I see that you want Cheryl Hoyt, uh, Pan's idea to give Poe just a little bit of his meds at a time worked. So,
Yay.
yeah,
I'm
look
happy
at
about
that.
it. Yeah.
That is wonderful. Thanks for following up, Cheryl. Yep, Jenny, it's a she says, "Jean, you're busy." It's consistency. It keeps me busy for sure. I love it. Um, yeah. And I learn from the best. I learn from the best. And on Sunday also, Kevin the Healing Medium, Debbie Freebird Spirit, and Terry Holding Your Space, and JJ Tuta Speaks is going to be having a healing session on Sunday evening. And there's a note in my community page, and there's also a note in Terry Holding Your Space community page. And it's a really special event. When these things are offered for the very first time, I feel like there's something magical or something very special going to occur when people gather together like that. It's almost like, you know, how when you do something the first time and it really is wonderful, and then you try and recreate it, it's never as wonderful as the first
Right.
time, you know? Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I'm feeling,
I hadn't heard about that yet. So
yeah. They were doing, they did a little infomercial, I guess, a little 10-minute talk on it to describe what it's just a healing meditation gathering, and it's on Zoom. And if you would like to attend, you can email Kevin, the healing medium, and he'll send you the payment link. And it's on Sunday evening. Let me see if I can go to my community page and find out more about this community page. Yeah. Sunday evening, May 5th, 5 to 6:30 Pacific, and that's 8 to 9:30 Eastern. And it's info at thehealingmedium.ca because he's in Canada. Yeah, so that's going to be really fun. And the links and everything are in my community page if anybody wants to check that out, or on Deb, or on Terry Holding Your Space has it on hers, and I guess they all do.
yeah.
But sounds wonderful. Sounds really wonderful. So Chris Cassidy is here, and she says Thursday it was 1 year anniversary of my husband Phil's death. Oh no, Chris, I'm so sorry to hear that. Any messages from her husband Phil? Let's start there. Thank you for coming and asking your question.
Phil.
It'll take a minute for the first one, Chris.
Yeah.
So I do see you being able to talk to him before his passing. He's showing me that you both were looking locked gazes and looking longingly in each other's eyes. He's saying, "Remember this, but remember me." Almost this same gaze, this same locking of the eyes, is when you first met, and at your wedding day, and when your kids were born. And he's saying that this same gaze, when you two locked eyes, is when you recognize each other's soul. He said, I'll always recognize you, and you'll always recognize me. And he's saying that I will be here waiting for you. He's also showing me a veil, a tiered veil. And he's saying, oh, there's levels. There's levels to him being able to come in and connect with you. He's also showing me palm trees. I'm not sure if it's almost like the island decor, something like coconut and pine and palm trees, that kind of thing. So he also says when you look at his picture and talk to him, he can hear you. He hears you when you think about him, and he can hear you. And he's saying that you're wondering why you can't almost hear him, or why you see like sort of little flashes in the corner of your eye, and he doesn't want to spook you. I think he doesn't want to startle you. And he's saying that if you were seeing something, it was him, but he doesn't want to like just appear in front of you. It's not something like that. It's just a little, and it's like this. It's like a little puff of breath that is just so very subtle. And it's on the other side of that subtlety. It's very subtle, very soft. If you feel anybody pulling on your hair, if you feel like a little bit of a wind, or if you smell his cologne, and it's only for a split second. And if it makes you think of him, this is him trying to come in very gently and reminding you that he is around you. He is watching over you and he has your heart in his hands. He says, I will never let go of you. He must have been a really big hugger, a really good hugger, because he said, I will never let go of you. I will always be right beside you. He's telling me you're the love of his life. He's telling me that thank you for everything that you did, and he's sorry that he couldn't stay. He's also telling me that he is taking care of you. He took care of you his whole life, and he's now still taking care of you from the other side. That has not changed. But he's really very, very sweet and loving coming through. Okay. So she said, I did see little flashes and I wondered if it was him. It is, but he doesn't want to startle you. Mm-hmm. How about you, Mark? Sorry, I had to go deep I had to go in.
Oh, no, that's great. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Um, well, I agree with all the things that he was saying through Gene. Like the first thing, he just gives me the lovers. So, that you were his mate. That's one of his great accomplishments, he wants to say, is being with you. He says that you can connect to him through your third eye. So he gives me the purple card, but the third eye card, and that's also like when you think of him, send positive messages his way. He immediately hears you, and it's like he's right on the spot. Like if ever you call to him, he's right there immediately, there to protect and watch over you. He's going to continue to do that from here on out. So he wants to say that he's always around. You can just call on him. The other thing I'm just wondering is, you're trying to connect with him. Yeah. Use your third eye. Sit quietly, close your eyes, kind of think about your energy up here in your third eye. That tends to help me. And just, it's like imagine that you broadcast a message out to him, hi, hello, something like that, but almost like it comes out through the forehead, because he's really talking about that third eye connection. The other thing he's talking about a little bit, and I don't know if this resonates or not, but I'm wondering if has everything been settled with this estate? Which I'm assuming would be both of your estates, but I'm wondering if there's still a little bit of stuff to clear up about that. It's been a year, so I would think most of that would be done, but he acts like there's something more. No, lots of debt. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. So, yeah, he's a little concerned about that. So, the reason I was asking that is because this card came out in the middle, which looks like a courtroom. And then I'm thinking, oh, I think there's something about the estate or the will or something, or maybe insurance that you still haven't gotten or something. Anyway, he's aware of it, that there's some kind of a, everything wasn't like just clear. But he says, he gives me the page of chalices, the page of cups, which would be there's some energy coming in that will help. Oh, no will, no insurance. What are you talking about? That left you kind of in a pickle. And he realizes that. He's talking about, though, that there's a break coming, a little bit of reprieve, and some more balance coming. I feel like because I'm asking, but beyond that, you see that there's, trouble about finances and stuff. Why else are you bringing this up besides just to let me know that you know what's going on? that concerns him a little. Not worry, because you don't really worry on the other side, but it's a thing that he thinks about. It's almost like unfinished business, sort of like. I feel like there's something there somewhere. I know you said he had no insurance, but I feel like there might be or something. I'm going to ask my pendulum. Is there some money or something somewhere that we're not sure of? I don't know. There feels like there could be something. I'm not sure why he brought that up, except that, he gave me that page of cups, which feels like some good coming in, or a little bit of helping you out in that area. Was he in the service? I don't know. There feels like there might be some kind of a insurance or something somewhere in there, or that you haven't gotten a hold of. He's trying to say. I don't know. Do you pick up anything on that, Jean? Or am I crazy?
I'm getting something like she has a way to reduce the medical bills and the bills that she does have, and or have a you know I don't know, they call it an allowance for I don't know what the word is, but there's an allowance that can reduce your bills or reduce your the expenses. Hardship. I think it's a hardship, and that might be possible that she can
Well,
appeal.
I think if he has debts, they're not necessarily your debts after he passes, unless it's something you guys have done together. It feels like there's some kind of help there still that you haven't quite tapped into yet. It bothers him a little bit. Yeah, so like what Jean's saying, or
And Jenny is saying it too. If there are any bills in his name only, you're not responsible for that.
yeah, something like that, that you can get a little bit more solvent. I know that's like a lot. And I think you're still kind of dealing with it, even though it's been a year later. Oh, the problem is that some of the cards were in my name. Yeah. I know, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to, say something that's not true or anything like that. But it feels like there's some little money or something somewhere that, or help, windfall, some kind of money that you haven't seen or something. Could he have taken out an insurance that you're not aware of? Like,
Through work.
yeah, I don't know. Well, I would ask the universe to show me, if there's something I haven't seen or I'm not aware of, make me aware, please. Because he wants to help you out a little bit. Yeah, I never found any insurance. Oh no, sucky. He realizes that's a thing, I feel like though he would have told you about it or something. It's almost like something a long time ago he did and he almost forgot about it. But we'll move on. That's just funny, that he brought that up to me to even consider. Yeah. Yes, ask the universe. Yeah, that helps.
Well, thank you very much, Chris. And if you want to send me an email, I might have a website that I can help you with. I'll send you the link that might explain things for you. So, Chris, if you want to email me at sunpsychic@hotmail.com, I'll be able to send you those links. And let's see who we have next. Thank you very much. Oh, you're welcome, Chris. Thank you. So Leanne is here, and next after Leanne is Sherry. So Leanne and Sherry, if you don't mind just saying hello. If you don't mind saying hello. And hello to everybody coming in. I see Ness is here, Martha M is here, and Maria is here. Nice to see everybody. Thanks for coming in. And Fun Boy is here. Nice. Aw. And Karen is here. Nice to see you. Polly, I'm just calling you out as I see your questions. Okay, so Leanne says she's here. Hi to all. My home life is crazy. When will it end? Do you have a bunch of teenagers? uh
Home life, crazy, rambunctious. Fun boy. Hey, fun boy.
oh, sorry. Let me pop this back. So, Leanne, let me see when. Will Leanne's home life calm down by December 1st of 2024? Nope. Will her home life calm down by June 1st of 2025? Yeah. Will her home life calm down by March 1st of 2025? And it's very subtle, but no. Will her home life calm down by April 1st of 2025? It looks like next spring. I'm not sure if, how that ties together there, but it looks like next spring. So I would make sure to keep a sacred place for you and a time for you to be away from the crazy home life, whether you go outside or remove yourself from the craziness, but make sure you give yourself that time of sanctuary, whether you lock the bathroom door and have a nice bath and put earphones on that you can't hear, see, or sense anything. Try and build yourself a little bit of peace in between that crazy home life. How about you, Mark?
Yeah. Well, it will pass. I don't know. It feels like there might be a female in the house or something that's creating a little bit of chaos. I don't know. Like, are you taking care of your parent, a mother, or a daughter? It feels sort of like, I don't know. I'm hearing like there's a female causing a little bit of havoc. That's in the house. Are you caretaking for somebody, Leanne? Because it feels like a lot of the craziness is kind of coming from another family member or members.
She said it's just her, and yes, she said just me, maybe taking care of a family member. Is that what you get from that? She says just me, yes.
I don't know about that. Just me, yes. Or is it just, are you the only one at home? Do you live by yourself? Yeah, I don't know what that answer is. I might be off too. Of course, there's always that possibility. What is your mom still here on the earth? I'm kind of getting mom energy, but I don't know.
Caretaking a male with mental problems.
Oh, okay. Caretaking a man.
That's a
Gotcha.
huge responsibility, Leanne.
Yeah. And so that, like a lot of the chaos and stuff does seem to be coming from that, that person kind of has a little bit of chaotic energy. And then it makes everything kind of, Well, I got the Grim Reaper, which is an interesting card to get. But so because I'm looking at when will things change. I don't want to say it'll be when he dies, but something like there's like some kind of a shift that happens with this person, and that's going to help things along. Or it might just be once that commitment you have in caretaking ends with this person, that's going to help some. But that's about, I'm not getting too much more about it, sweetie. I'm sorry. Oh, you can't find him a place to live, right? I know it's kind of like as long as he's that, you have to almost get that settled and then everything will calm down. It seems like most of the chaos comes from that, as far as I'm concerned, and this caretaking thing. At first, I was kind of feeling like it might have been a relative or something, but it did feel like there was somebody you were looking after, and it wasn't that easy. So we need to kind of get that settled out. Yeah, you're looking for a place for him to live. Mm-hmm. Well, that will help once that happens. I'm just going to pull one timing card just to see if I get anything about when the energy might shift there. Well, I don't know. It acts like there could be. Oh, you evicted him. Now he's back. Great. It feels like there'll be a change coming pretty quickly as far as this person goes. And it feels fairly quickly. Like, I don't know that he's going to be there for that long. Seems more temporary this time. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I was very helpful on that one.
It's a difficult situation, and I just there's what is it, the social worker or some sort of a service that you might be able to ask to assist you. I'm sure there's,
Yeah.
you're not his legal caretaker. He just was there last, and then you sent him out, and now he's back. But you're not legally. But you can't really just throw him out without him having a place to stay. That's a shame. And I feel as though there's a little bit of manipulation going on there, and that's his illness. But you do need to protect yourself from that. And but try some sort of a social worker or housing authority or county commissioner. Call somebody, tell somebody. It's if it's not your burden to bear, it's there's got to be something else for you to do there. Leanne, all the best to you. I'm sorry to hear that, but I do see sunny skies and freedom for you by this time next year. So it may take a while.
And I do get a movement card, moving to calmer waters. So that's a good thing. That would be like maybe he's going to be moving, not hanging around as long as you might be worried he might. So it's moving on, forward on.
Yeah.
Or he might just move along somehow.
Yep, I think so too. I just want to say hello to Linda Kennedy, and she came to see me at one of my psychic fairs a few weeks ago. And she came in, she gave me a real big hug, and we got a picture taken together. I loved it. And she says, Jean, I have to get a picture for Allie. And I'm like, okay. It was cute. It was really cute. But I really enjoyed meeting Linda. It was so sweet of her to come and see me. And she said she enjoyed the show. So thanks for coming by. And so Sherry Holt is here. Hi, or Cheryl Holt is here. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, wait, did I say, wait 1 second. Who did I say was next?
I don't think you said.
Was Sherry Kirk, are you still here? Sherry Kirk, if you're still here, say hi. I think I did say Sherry Kirk was next. If not, then Cheryl.
Okay.
Sherry or Cheryl? Sherry Kirk, if you're still here, say hi. And if not, Cheryl
Holt.
Hoyt, maybe. Oh, Sherry Kirk is here. Wonderful. Good job. So Cheryl Hoyt, if you're here, you'll be next. Okay,
Hey,
she's
Cheryl.
here. She'll be next. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. What are you playing there, Mark?
My little bowl. This one resonates with the third eye center chakra.
Wow, that's beautiful. It's like a Tibetan, it's
Bowl.
a brass bowl. Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Round
So
bowl.
Sherry says, can't wait to hear what May will bring for me. Is that your question there? I'm pretty sure that's what her question was. I didn't see any other ones, Sherry. So what will May bring for Sherry, right? Just a message for May?
Oh, okay. For May. Well, we're in May. West Virginia, Sherry Kirk. What's going on in May?
Trying to see if there's anything else. So are you going to be taking a class, Sherry, even if it's like feels a little bit artistic? Not the wine and paint by numbers, or maybe some sort of a class where it's hands-on and you're with a group of people and you're learning something. And if not, they're saying to look for one. They're saying that there's an opportunity for expansion in your creativity this month. This month of May has a very positive energy around it for you. A lot of opportunity and a lot of almost like things that were unknown or unstable seem to be stable. It's almost like there was a storm and wind, and you could hear the wind and you could hear the wind. And then all of a sudden you can't hear the wind and you look outside, you're like, the storm isn't going on anymore. I can go out. It's almost like there's like a quietness or a calmness around you that invites you to expand your interests. I'm not sure if there's like a historical tour or something where there is a group. It's something where you go to with a group and it feels like it's hands-on, feels like it's educational, and it feels like it's creative. If you do have this opportunity, please do take it. Almost like if you're visiting a town and there's like a small tour of the historical events or something, and then you would go and have lunch or have dinner or something, and then come back home. Something like this. It's like an educational event, but it's also creative. I feel as though you do like gardens, maybe a garden tour or herbal, like I don't know what the trees are called. What's not a herbal? What's the trees called? Armor? No, I know it's something like that. arborist type of garden where you would learn. It would be creative. It would be in a group. You would, it's all of these things together. But I feel as though there's also a crescent moon that you're hanging on to. You're hanging on to the moon. You have a good grip on the moon's phases, is what I also see for you, Sherry. And I'm not sure if it's around that crescent moon, and I don't know if it's waxing or waning, but it's the crescent moon that to your eye, it's on the right. The crescent is on the right. Um, that's neat. Yeah, that's what I see. I see looking at the stars and looking for an opportunity for a fun educational outing, or it may just appear or present to you. Good for you, Sherry. Let us know. What did you get there, Mark?
Um, well, a lot of times when I get sort of a general, what will May bring, it tends to go sort of more for the whole group. It comes through you, but it's sort of a reading for everybody, kind of. So I kept trying to pull cards to get a different story, but it just kept giving me the same one. Then I changed decks, and then I just started drawing the same cards again with a new deck. So we're going to go with this one. It feels like May's going to be a little bit of a stall. It feels like a stalled energy, a little bit stalled out. Kind of on the side of the road, waiting for AAA sort of energy. Not just you. I'm talking about in general, the energy in the world, your world and everybody's world, is still a little upside down, still a little slow, a little stalled out. There's promises of abundance, prosperity, a good leader, but we're not there yet. So there's still this stall energy. There's a promise of a happy homecoming and success and victory, but it's not quite here yet. It's, all my cards kept coming out upside down, which makes me feel like we're heading there, but this month might be like it feels like we're not moving. I got the Empress twice, both times upside down, which this can be Mother Earth. So I got those two, and then I got the World again because I got the World twice and the Empress twice. I feel like these cards are telling me that there's some weather things going to happen in May that's going to kind of put a damper on things. That seems to be about where you live too. You said you're in West Virginia. Wind, water, some kind of weather thing may be happening in May, which also contributes to this kind of stalling out energy. I also get the Devil upside down, which, it sounds weird, but on some level, the universe, all of us, we're working to defeat the devil. And you know who I'm talking about. But this is still, it's making what is that word? Like a pall over everything. What is that? It just takes this energetic toll. Like, I think people are exhausted and tired and want like a positive sign of progression. But I feel like May is still a little bit stally, and we're still wanting to see the sun, which is still coming. But I think we're still going to be dragging around in May. I'm sorry, guys, that wasn't very positive. There's still like this Five of Wands energy going on. So this reading, Sherry, seems to be a little bit more about all of us in general here, particularly in the United States. And so you'll still be relating to that. But I'm also hearing it's not like negative or going backwards, but it's more like a stalled energy. It just is sort of sitting still for you, me, and a lot of people. We're still just kind of wait to see kind of an energy. Okay, that's what they told me.
Well, it's making me think a little bit about when I said that, you know, how you're inside and there's a storm and you can hear the wind, and now all of a sudden you can't hear the wind, and you look outside and you look both ways and you're like, has the storm stopped? But I think that it came to like a stall or a halt or a halt. But I think that this is inviting you. That's what I was picking up, Mark. I don't know if you would associate those two things,
I
but I
like it.
do feel like there's some sort of a postponement or a lag or a stall, but I felt like that was an invitation for you. Could be.
Yeah.
And we're wishing you the best in all of your endeavors. And thank you very much, Miss Sherry Kirk. We appreciate you being here.
Once this
Okay.
passes and towards the end of May, you know, as we get to like the last week, we have a lot more magician energy coming towards the end. So, you know, all those, you know, they gave me all like the Empress, the King of Pentacles, all that. They were just upside down. So we're just a little bit, it's still a little bit more to go, but there's still promise and sun in the future. But it feels more like towards the end of May, beginning of June.
Good. She said her granddaughter is coming home from college for the summer. Lots of plans.
Oh, well, that'll all be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you, Sherry Kirk. I appreciate you. And I did see that Sherry did say that she was here. So this is Cheryl Hoyt, I think is how it's said, how we say it. And then after Cheryl Hoyt, I see Mousy.
Cheryl Hoyt, but I need a new job in 2026. So 2 years from now, I need a new job in 2026. I get no. I feel like you'll be okay. You won't need one. I feel like, you know, you can always do what you want, but it doesn't feel like it'll be a necessity to me. So either you'll be liking the job you're in, or you will already have a new job before 2026 and you're fine with it. Because I don't necessarily feel like you're going to be doing the exact same thing that you're doing now. So there might be a change in what you're doing. But when I just look at, will I need a new job in 2026? My pendulum says no. And I feel like that's probably right. Yeah.
I got something very similar, Mark, that you won't need a new job in 2026, but I do see that there's a change in your career that is your choice. You'll choose, there'll be a change in what you're doing. But I do feel as though this is your initiation, or you initiated the change, or this was your desire and a new opportunity. I got it very favorably. But all the best to you, Cheryl. And I would say let us know in 2026.
You may already be up and running in a new job by then. I don't know. which is
I
like,
don't, yeah. I think she may be under a contract for a certain amount of time, and I don't know. I don't know what the circumstances are, but that's the best. Oh, she says amazing.
yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. And did Mousy say? Yeah, Mousy's here. Good. And after Mousy, I see Judith Anderson. And then after Judith, I see Polly. Mousy says, a little advice, please. A traumatized pot-bellied pig has joined our household. Oh, we need help getting the 3 dogs and the pigs to adjust. Can you help us? Oh my gosh.
What's your
Well,
piggy's name? Little pig's name.
I would just be loving all over that thing. I think the dogs might be a little jealous if you are giving that pig a little more attention. But yeah, give us the pig's name there, Mousy, if you can. Oh.
Yeah.
I do see. Oh, geez. She named the pig Bacon Bits, aka Bits. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical.
BB. BB.
Bacon Bits or BB? Oh my gosh. I like Bits. That's so cute. And they're super affectionate. Um,
Yeah. And
I
smart.
I do see the dogs being quite curious. I do see the dogs being a little jealous, almost like taking her food. You may need to feed them and, take uh, do certain things in a separate manner, like maybe walk the pig, or I don't even know. I don't even want to know. But whatever you have to do with the pig, it needs to be separate from the dogs. They can play together and have leisure time together, but I think the food and the walking, like there's certain things that might need to be done separately. I don't even know what you would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to work out. Start visualizing that they all get along. The dogs are like, basically, what the heck is this kind of a thing? And I don't know how long she's been there. I don't feel like super long time though. So you need to talk to the dogs if you haven't already. This is what Debbie and I always say, like family meeting. Let the dogs know this isn't a visitor. This is a new family member. We're all going to work together. It's going to be one big family. We're adding an addition to the family. And I like this addition. So let's be patient. The dogs thinks the pig is weird. They're still trying to figure out what is that. And like I feel like the pig will just go right up, kind of, and they'll go, ooh, ooh, like go back a little bit. So we're still trying to figure each other out. You want to make sure everybody knows that we want to be one big happy family. That doesn't mean you have to change who you are, but we just allow each other to get along. We're sharing the space. The pig seems more aware of dogs than the dogs are of a pig. It's like the pig isn't as surprised about the dogs. I don't know, maybe she knew dogs before, or he. Because then the pig doesn't seem particularly afraid of the dogs, as far as I can tell. And the dogs are a little bit jumpy about the pig, like a little bit like, what's it going to do? They're still trying to figure it all out. the dogs take their lead from you. So, let them know this is a friend. We want to invite into the family. It helps me out, makes me happy if you guys help to take care of the pig, the BB, whatever you call her. Um, I need your help and assistance in making the home safe for all of us, including the new pig. Now, also, BB kind of wants to just move in and take over a little bit. So I'm going to tell her to take a step back. Mm-hmm. She's kind of I don't, you have two large and a little dog. Okay. Yeah.
She said Mystic is fine. Diesel's not happy. The pig attacks him, and Penny is the queen.
Yeah. Yeah. The pig is a little bit more, it's not it looks like aggressive, but really he's just trying to make his, stake a claim or say, I live here too, a little bit. And, even though they're little dogs, it's a little outnumbered. It's kind of like the pack and me. So we're still trying to adjust it all out. When you're there in the middle of it, try not to take sides. It's always about we all together. Everybody's together. Don't be so aggressive, piggy pig. Oh, that you don't have to be afraid to the dogs. We're all okay. Like you're kind of set in the middle of them, petting the dogs and the pig all at once. We're one happy family. Yeah, I agree with Jean though, as far as feeding areas are separate. This is pig's area and this is dog's area, and we don't really trade off as far as that goes. The dog's going, I don't really want the pig's food. The pig, though, would eat the dog food. Looks like she's going, I have some of that. The dog's not so much. The dogs think the pig is a little too pushy. They're like, step back. You're too much a little bit. So anyway, a lot of times when I just do this talk thing and they're there with us, all listening, that helps bring things into a little bit more peace. Yeah. It takes a little bit more time. Be patient. Don't forget, they all of them will want you to be happy. So, be sure to let them know what makes you happy. Fighting doesn't make me happy. Chasing the dog doesn't make me, let's get along. Let's get along. Let them hear that. You can just tell them that, but you can also sit down quietly for a minute, focus on your third eye, imagine them sitting in front of you. A lot of times I'll use a stage with the spotlight and tell them in your mind. They don't even have to be in the room. Just have a one-on-one. And listen, too, in case they have something to share, Mm-hmm. Just like the pig was pretty spoiled before and kind of got to do whatever it wanted. Didn't have as many rules, maybe. So she needs to learn a few more rules. Anyway, okay, I hope that helped.
Yep. I see them being the best of friends. Dogs do not discriminate, and I think that she's going to become their little baby, and they're all going to be watching after her for sure. Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Mousy. That was so cute. What a lovely trip down down Bitsy's Bacon Bits Lane.
Yeah.
Very nice. So next is Judith Anderson. After Judith is Polly. So Judith and Polly just say hello, and I think Judith did say hello. So Judith is here, and Polly, if you're still here, just say hello. And we're going to try and we're going to be here for another 20, 25 minutes. So if you want to post your questions, you still can. And okay. And Sean, if you have that photo, I would love to see it. Sean's here from the other day. That was amazing. Sean, the one that you said was the Empress, and she said she painted her grandmother as she's here.
Sure.
So I don't know if Polly's here, but we'll see. Okay, so Judith says, Gina Mark, if you have the time, please advise, what do you see happening with my current job? Okay. If you want to email it to me now, Sean, I'll pop it up right here live. It's Sun Psychic, SUNPSYCHIC at Hotmail. So, Judith, what is happening with her current job? Well, you're definitely becoming bored of it, Judith. There's something that is just not the same. There's something that it feels cheapened. It feels like they're asking, not they're asking, but it feels like money is more of a focus and not as much socializing. It used to be a fun place to work, I feel, and it feels like that you are respected. You are a long-term employee that they value, and you have a lot of knowledge and history there. But the people around you are just not. There's like something about that. There's just not, the fun is out of it, but it's not necessarily fun. It's the working together. At the sort of like the attitude or there's like an underlying current where people are either nervous or worried, or they're not as open, they're not as friendly, there's just not as much socialization, and it's making it a little tough. Like people are they're just not as free. It feels like there's like tightening down of something, like, in a vice or something. But I feel as though your job is fine and okay, and you're okay because of your experience there and seniority there. But the people around you is what you're worried about, and maybe even the owners or the ownership or the management. They're they may be squabbling with each other, and it's sort of trickling down to the other managers and the other people in the office. So, and if you kind of are like, is it worth it for me to put up with? It's like more tense feeling in at your workplace. Things are more tense. They're not as fun. They're not as laid back. They're not as loose. Definitely the air has changed, and oh geez. Oh no. So she says, I'm being harassed by a manager saying I'm not doing my job, but you could probably run circles around him. Oh my gosh, by them. I don't know if it's a him or a her. And she's been there for 6 years, and it is very stressful. Is there anybody you can go to, like go over their head or record? And if they're saying to do this, and this, just reply, manager, this is just to confirm that you want this, and this by this date, like make sure you instead of like all this verbal stuff, make sure you record it. Even if they stop by your office and say, Judith, can you get me this report and that report by tomorrow morning? And that's all that they say. This is to confirm that this is what you said, that this is what you want me to do. And I'll get it to you by tomorrow morning. Like follow it up in writing, just to CYA, instead of them saying, well, you knew I meant, no, you didn't say that. And it's more of a communication kind of thing. And I think this person is just a miserable person. And I think that they're not a really good communicator. And it's, but yeah, I feel like you've been there a long time. Oh, you're recording. It's a him. And yes, you're recording it. good. Just CYA. And also, I used to do that because my boss would be very verbal, come into me and say, "Ba ba 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 ba," and I'm like, and I've had problems with that. And I said, "Okay, this is what you said. This is what I'm going to do. If I missed anything or if there's anything additional, just let me know. Like don't say I'm catching you. Just say let me know if I missed anything." Um, he just seems like a miserable person overall, and he may be under stress. And not that that's an excuse, but um, it's not. It's somebody has treated him that way as well, and it's not the way to get the most out of your employees. Like to tell them they're not doing a good job doesn't motivate them to do better. And he's not a very skilled manager. He's letting his emotions get in the way, and he thinks he's more like a not a slave driver, but like a warden. He wants to be a warden, and he wants to keep you guys as prisoners. He would make a real good warden, something like that. And you could just have a heart to heart with him also and say, look, if you want the best out of me, you got to let me do my job. I don't know. Yeah, I do see things being very tense. See things coming from the management or the ownership, and I do see you being secure and just make sure somebody else knows what's going on, whether it's a coworker or whether it's an owner. But yeah, I'm glad you are recording it. How about you, Mark?
I kind of get around the same thing. I feel like the change is more with the company than with you. So I could see him going more than I could see you going, Judith. Because I see you hanging on to your job, the Four of Pentacles here. I don't, I know the pain, but I don't think you're going to pay a price. I feel like there's going to be a change above you. So with the company, with your boss, feels like this guy might be moving along soon. But I don't really feel your job is in jeopardy. It, I feel like your job's going to be fine. They know of you. Um, like I think you were doing your job. I mean, that was just like like Gene was saying, he's in a bad mood already. He's not very happy. He just takes it out on other people. Not great at being a manager when you do that. But I don't. It feels like it's more his problem than your problem. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Well, you might hang in there just a little bit longer and see if he ends up moving along. But if you have an offer, I'd go for it. Yeah. And I say that because I get the Four of Cups, and that's like sometimes an offer coming, and you're going, no, I don't know if I want it. But if you do have an offer of another job, consider it and go. I feel like this is going to kind of take a turn, and it's going to, there's going to be some, maybe he'll move. They might change his position or something. It feels like there's something about to change as far as he goes. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that's stressful and all that, and you want that to be over with. I get it. But I'm kind of hearing to be patient just a little bit more. I feel like something's going to change. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's good news.
Yeah.
That's good insight that you wouldn't have otherwise. You don't want to throw in 6 years of, developing a career there just for some schmuck when he's probably on his way out. So, yeah. And I mean that in the kindest way. I don't. Yeah. So, Sean, yes, go ahead and ask your question. So, Mark, can I pop up this image of Sean? Said she has a painting with her grandmother as the Empress. Should I go? Definitely, Judith. Should you still go to HR about this? Definitely. You need it recorded. You need a record of it. You need just a complaint and somebody else to know how difficult he's making your life there. And especially since you've been there 6 years, I'd say, you know, definitely. It needs to be recorded. And I'm sure there's other people that have made complaints, and it would just help other people too. That's a shame.
Yes, I agree.
Ugh. These people in the jobs, they just like unload all of their, all of their baggage on on the workers there. Like, go home and deal with your life. Don't dump it all on me. So I said that Polly was next. Did Polly ever come in?
No, I don't think so.
You're welcome. She says, thank you very much.
Oh, goodness.
I'm sorry. Give me 1 second, you guys. Thank you. So, Sean, did you ask your question? Did I already? I'm looking for that. I'm looking for your question. Maybe you're still typing it. Okay. Okay. All right, good. I got that now. So Mark, did you want me? I can only pop this up for a moment, only because, Sean, I want you to know that YouTube is very picky about nudity. And even on our tarot cards, when it has nudity, we have to put our finger over top of the, bits and pieces of the nudity. And she does have nudity on here, but I'm going to show it to you for like maybe 10 seconds. But it's a beautiful painting, and you're very creative, and you have an amazing. It's done very tastefully, obviously, but it's only because of YouTube that it needs to be. So this is her grandmother, and she painted this tarot card. How beautiful is that? Really, really
Oh,
beautiful.
I love
And
it.
look at this whole painting here. And look
Yeah,
at that. The Empress here, and this is the 4 of coins. Is that what it is? And then here's the world, and this is her grandmother. And what a lovely way to I made it small, so that we can't see the bits, so that we don't get dinged for it. But it's such a beautiful image. And I'm going to zoom it in just a second, you guys. But that is so beautiful. Look at all that detail. Look at this. Amazing.
I
You
know.
really did amazing job. Amazing. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. And Mark, if you want, I can send it to you, but it's just I don't want to get dinged for that little. And it's done very tastefully. It's definitely. There is that nudity in the throughout the entire tarot card. I'm not saying anything against you, but it
Not
was
nearly
very
as
well
bad
done.
as some of the cards
Beautiful
I've
colors.
held up.
What's that?
Not as bad as some of the cards I've held up. I have my one deck which has like big erections and stuff on it. It's like the thumb.
Yeah. There's some
I
that are challenging.
can't use it much on TV. Yeah. Okay.
So this is Sean who painted that picture, and she says, I wanted to ask if S was the person her grandma said was coming in. We had we saw that there was a fortunate gentleman with a lot of fortune and a lot of abundance that was coming in. So she wanted to know if it's yes. If it's yes, if it's S, if it's the S, the
Person.
gentleman with the S. And remember, she said he was in another state or something,
Right.
or out of her town. And she wanted to know if her grandmother that was coming in so beautifully that she drew that painting was her grandmother with the tarot cards. You're a fascinating individual there, Sean.
Is S the person grandmom's doing?
I'm getting a big maybe. I'm getting a big it's going around and around, which means free will, or it has not been determined yet, or I'm not getting a definite yes, but I'm not also getting a definite no. So is there is S a good companion for Shauna, for Sean? I get that this S person is a good companion for you. Is this a lifelong unconditional love companion for Sean? Is this S person? I'm still getting a yes. Is this S individual a good lifelong unconditional love companion for Sean? I'm getting a yes. That's a pretty strong swing for me to have a yes. And I'm not sure if that was the one your grandmother was speaking about. Maybe that's why it was going in a circle. It was the way I was asking the question. Um, but there's always, you know, is there more than one? Is there more than one option for Shauna? Is is there more than one option for Shauna? Is this the best option for Shauna? Yeah, it looks like he's right now in your heart. This is something that is in your highest good, is what I'm getting, and it's coming through with a very strong yes. What are you getting there, Mark? And it's okay if you're not.
Yeah. Um, well, I don't know that it's long term. It feels like it might be more of a, short term relationship, like a dating and stuff like that. I know you said he lived in another state. You don't really know everything about him yet. So I feel like there's more to learn, more to come. Um, I think maybe grandma might be talking about somebody after him. Uh, because my pendulum, I kept saying, is this a long term relationship? And it would say no. But then I'm going, is this a person, a positive energy? Yes, but it seems more short term. I feel like as you learn more about him, the emperor, this guy, um, it just seems more like not the one. Not that he's not nice and everything, but something about it doesn't seem like it's going to work out. It might be because of the work and that you're in different locations. I still think he's nice, lovable, a nice guy. Um, but I also feel like he might have a girlfriend or something where he is. So I don't know. There's a little bit more about him that you don't know yet, and I don't know. I don't really feel like you know everything yet. That's what I don't feel like, and that you're not there. I think there's other people he sees too, currently. So that's what I'm gonna say. Okay.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much, Sean. I love your icon. I love your artwork, and I love your energy. So please do stop back again. So nice to see you. So Polly never said that she was here. Is that correct?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, okay. Is Blessed 1111 still here, or is oh wait, no, I do see Ness. Ness, you posted your question again. Oh no, no, I'm sorry. So let's go with either Blessed 1111 or Ness. And Ness is always here, so let's do Ness. And then Blessed 1111, if you're still here. And let me see who else is next. Oh, I see that you did that twice. Oh, is Fun Boy, if you're still here. Okay, Ann, I see you. All right, so Ness says, I'm working on a creative writing project, especially hoping to finish 2 chapters in the coming days. Any messages from guides on finishing these 2 important chapters? So as I'm reading the question, the first thing I heard was creativity is priority over timing. Creativity comes in its own time. And it's the creativity. Now, if you have like an outline of the creative part and you just need to finish the specifics and the where to's and the what they did and where they went and like the logistics, then it wouldn't be as creative and it would just be more of a filling in some. Actually, no, it's still creative. But the creativity is in its own time, and you can set your intentions. You can ask for Ernest Hemingway to assist you, and or whoever is a prolific, maybe Agatha Christie to assist you, or whoever is one of your favorite writers to assist you with the timing of all of this. I do see that you're working on being diligent and putting yourself on a routine, holding yourself accountable, which is really good. And but even though you go and you sit down and you try and you write, if it's just not coming through and it's not flowing, I wouldn't. I really feel as though there's got to be like there's something in the energy, there's something in the flow, there's something in the creativity. You're well rested, you're well fed, you have plenty of lighting and plenty of quiet, no distractions. I see that you're very disciplined in this, and I feel as though this creativity will come in the timing that you are manifesting it to, and being open for it to come in that timing. I don't know that restrictions are motivating, is what I'm saying. But how about you, Mark? Well, sorry, I didn't have my thing open that whole time. I forgot.
You
I
want
had
to?
my
Oh,
window. I had my
yeah.
window small.
Well, and I look like such a mess today.
Sorry.
Um, so what was the question again? Well, you're moving and a grooving. So the Knight of Wands, you're on the move. You're putting the inspiration to paper, right? So you're following your inspiration. You're working on it. They like your work ethic.
Can I just fill in what she says? She says, "Oh, I love Agatha Christie." She says, she's one of my favorite writers. It's so funny that you mentioned her. She says, "Yes, I'm working on putting myself on a routine." And that's accurate. Sometimes I feel in my heart space and the writing pours out, and sometimes I sit and nothing comes out. Thank you very much for that feedback. Sorry, Mark.
Right. No, that's great. I feel like you've been inspired to write these chapters, which is great. There's your pen in your hand, getting ready. Page of Swords, preparing to write the new chapter. I feel like kind of, you're going to put it on paper, read it, and then rewrite it. It's what it feels like to me. It's like as you read what you put on paper, you begin to see, oh, wait, I should have come at it this direction. Or, oh, wait, I left this out or something. So they want you to go ahead and put it on paper. But it might not just be, and voila, it's done. Just that quick. Because I feel like there's a little bit of adjusting we need to do first. but they never act like, whenever you ask about, they don't ever act like you're behind schedule, that you're off. They want you to pat yourself on the back, give yourself credit. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just allow it to pan out the way it's supposed to be. So, you got that magician card, which is, making magic out of nothing, out of inspiration. You putting it, you're going to create a book out of your inspiration. So you're moving right along. I don't know. I would say don't give myself a really strict deadline, but I think you're just moving along. They don't really ever say like, oh, you're horrible. You're not doing this right. You need to do more this way. They kind of like the way you're progressing along, the way you are, and they feel good about it. Every time I always get, we're moving along like we're supposed to be. So I never really get that you're done terrible. I want to be done yesterday. Yeah, I know that, sweetie, but that's normal. But they're going, well, maybe not yesterday, but we're getting close.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I see Blessed is here and Fun Boy would be next. So right. Thank you for coming in. Oh, I'm sorry, Mark.
No, I'll probably that's probably be all I can do.
Yep, I know it's okay. We're rounding up to the hour.
So Blessed 1111.
Not sure if you're still taking questions. Any messages from my guides? A bald eagle flew about my head and house on May 1st. What's the message? Oh, interesting.
Cool. Bald eagle.
I know.
That's rare, though. To even see one period, much less unless you're at a zoo or something.
I think it's a sign of your higher self and the spirit realm itself. I feel as though it's almost like a reminder that we are spirit. We are like souls walking around in this human body, and that our spirit is connected to everything else around us. Like that bald eagle coming in a different manner, in a unusual manner. I feel as though it's a reminder. It caught your attention. It's reminding you that we are all connected, that we are all creations of the earth, and that we all are we're all connected by our spirit. I feel as though you felt or sensed the spiritual aspect of this bald eagle, and it also stirred up something in your own soul, in your own spirit, like and this is why when you say, was it a sign, it's that connection, that soul connection, that reminder, or that feeling, that what we get when we have a synchronicity or a sign or synchronicity from the spirit realm. I also am getting something about a protection, almost like a reminder of a protection, that somebody is watching over you. So I'm not sure if there is a loved one on the other side that is bringing in this magnificent synchronicity for you. But it's a reassurance. It's a reassurance that your spirit guides, your angels, your loved ones are watching over you, and to recognize that these are beautiful miracles happening all around you, to reassure you and to let you know that you're not here alone. So how about you, Mark?
Yeah, I agree with all those things. And it was like a synchronistic message for you from the earth, Mother Earth, Spirit in the form of nature, or God in the form of nature. It was meant to empower you. You got this nice bright orange, but to give you creative inspiration. Like it was an inspiring, you know, the wonders of the world, kind of nature energy. But it was really about your connection to nature. I'm going to say it's like a message from Mother Nature, or like Pan, that kind of thing. Your connection to the earth. Because I get the strength card, and for me, this card means different things for different people. But for me, it always comes up when I'm talking about your personal one-on-one connection to the animal kingdom, to nature, that you are one, that this connection to the earth, to nature, makes you stronger. And it makes you fly, you know, this, oh, it makes you go up, lifts you up, this connection to nature, to the earth, lifts your heart, lifts your soul, brings you balance. And it was like a gift just to let you even see it, to be there with it. It was like a gift, but it was also reminding you of your own personal power, how you can take off and soar. That's what I feel like. Yeah. But a nice nod from the earth.
Very
Oh, was
nice.
the message for me or my son? Yeah. Well, I like that because that's that soaring, lifting off. There he goes, off to college, you know, to higher learning, and he's soaring off. You know, like a bald eagle. It's it's great. It's a good sign. You know, he's off and running, off and flying. So yeah, I love that. And I like that you picked up on that. You know, that's because I'm not there in your life and all that, but that's, you know, we're moving forward. You get the stop sign, but the green light, you know, it's a good blessing. It's good. This is a good thing for you and your son. Yeah, I love it.
What a beautiful gift from your spirit guides and angels, blessed 1111. Thank you for sharing that with us. So, Mark, do you want to stop here? And Funboy is on your channel if you want to take his question when you start your next show, or do you want to try and add
Well,
it in? He just wants to know if he can take the job.
yeah, we can do it now.
Okay. And this will be the last one, everybody. But Mark will be back at 4 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Pacific. And that is Spirit Whisperer is his YouTube page. And he ask him anything on Saturdays. I love it. I want to come and ask you. Oh, I love it. I love it. So Funboy says, will I be able to keep my job? And should I take the promotion I'm being interviewed for?
Hmm.
Well, ironically, it's not what I wanted to say, Fun Boy, but I don't see the new job that you're being interviewed for is in your highest good. I don't know if it's a far reach or if it's different people or a different department. I don't feel as though it's in your. I don't think your energy meshes well with the new position, and I feel as though your job where you are right now is really good for you, and I feel like you're going to be able to stay there. It's energetic, is what I'm picking up. But what are you getting, Mark?
I'm going to use my pendulum real quick. Let's see here. Might be able to keep. So, should Funboy keep his job he has now? Is that a good idea? I was thinking about it for a minute. That's a yes. Is this promotion or a new job better? No. I don't know. I feel like they like kind of where you are. It doesn't mean that you can't have a promotion, but I'm not sure this is the one. There may be another one coming. Um, they like you. I don't. I don't think, don't take it personal if it's not offered to you, because it's probably the better thing. Because I feel like, let's see, how's this job now? I'm keeping this for a while. It almost feels like that promotion sounds good, but it's not as fun or something. It's like it kind of puts your feet to the fire in this new position, and it might be stressful and not as much fun. I kind of get just green light on where you are, kind of. We're still going. You know, we still got a green light where we are. We're moving forward. We're not stopping. We're not shifting. You have to like listen to your heart. I think you're qualified for it. In the end, though, it feels like you'd be happier where you are for now. That doesn't mean you might not be changing, you know, or have a promotion, but for some reason, I'm getting this one might not pan out for your best good. Like if it doesn't pan out and they don't offer, it's because it's better for you. Okay. Oh, just as you thought. Yeah, that's kind of the way it feels. And it's not a negative. I'm not saying that that's a negative thing. You know, because sometimes people would say, well, if you don't get a promotion, certainly that's not good. No, that's not always. Promotion's not always the best thing. It sounds great, but it feels like you're kind of better off where you are. I feel like that promotion thing is almost not much fun or something. It puts you in a position of doing things that you don't particularly like as much. You know, when I was a zookeeper, they always tried to get you to become like, you know, a supervisor or something. And I was always like, no, because then I don't work with the animals. Then I'm working with people. And, you know, and yeah, it was a lot more money and a lot less hours and a lot less hard. But the joy, the reason I was there was just the old dirty day to day with the animals. That's what served me in my heart. And, you know, and people would say, well, why don't you go, you know, you can move on. I mean, plus it was a city job too. So, you know, the promotions were quite a bit more money and stuff. But for me, the promotion wasn't good for me because it took me away from what I loved about the job. And I didn't really want to manage people, you know. So sometimes that promotion is just not something you like as much, you know. It's not because you're not capable of it. I don't know. I just think your heart will be more satisfied where you are for now. Anyway.
Yeah. And I'm glad, Fun Boy. And I like when people say that it was just what they thought, that trust your gut, and you do have really good instincts. So, and it's always good to have a second opinion or somebody validate what you're feeling. So I'm glad that you said that.
And
And
that's a lot of
thank
times
you.
when I ask a question is because I've already, you know, I've heard something, but I want somebody else's input, because then it just helps me know, oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was already feeling. So now I can just go with that a little bit more. I think that's great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So everybody, if you didn't get your question answered here today with us, we like to invite you to go back to Spirit Whisperer YouTube channel, and Mark is on at 4 p.m. today, and that's Eastern, and 1 p.m. Pacific, and he's doing Ask Me Anything questions. And then tomorrow I will be on with Valerie from Illumination Portal at 2:30 Eastern, and we're going to be doing a little bit of astrology review, and then we're going to be doing some fun astrology questions. I like to do, let me see, I have these your sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign, and that's tomorrow with Valerie from Illumination Portal. It's so much fun, and that's what we like to do, just to raise everybody's spirits, get together and have a good time. And Mark and I will be together again on Monday evening at 6 p.m. We're looking forward to that. So if you'd like to see this dynamic duo again, we'll be back together on Monday evening, 6 p.m. Eastern, and that's 3 p.m. Pacific. So thank you again, everybody, for coming. And thank you, Mark, for being here. I love reading together, and it's a wonderful time every time we're together.
Martha, I saw your question about colonoscopy. It's all going to be okay.
Wonderful. Thanks again, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.